Hi everyone, it's been a few years since I've done any of the Charles on government videos, and there's a few reasons for that. But this being a federal election year, I felt there was a need to revive them. And I'll begin with a topic of great concern to me. And every party has them, and that is the rise of the hyper-partisans. These are people who you really don't want deciding a federal election. And the sad reality is that unless you have more people taking active interest in politics, that these people are going to decide the next federal election. And that's a very bad thing for everyone. Let me first explore what hyper-partisans are. These are people who really, for all intents and purposes, think that their political party can do no wrong. These are people who are usually fairly young, in their 20s and 30s, and really they live for a Christmas card from their MP. And you see them right now because right now the campaign is beginning in their minds. And I have friends of all parties, and you see them bombard you with messages about an election that isn't until October. You see them go on long and pointless rants about political parties and political regimes and how their leader is the only one that's ethical, the only one that's righteous, the only one that can be prime minister. And this is disturbing. This is disturbing for a number of reasons. The first reason why this is disturbing is that we live in a world of black and white people. And black and we don't. We do not live. There's a lot more gray to this world than there is black and white. So to have these hyper partisans, and the internet is full of them, just spend their day spouting off about why one party is better than the other, why one leader is better than the other. One issue is this: it's lunacy. It's absolute lunacy. There's a lot more gray out there than there's black and white. The other reason why you don't want an election decided by hyper-partisans is that their votes will never change. Part of their core being is an acceptance of the infallibility of party discipline in a party. Parties are fallible. And frankly, to go, you can only have one party for the rest of your life, and the Conservative Party is the only one that's right, is disturbing. And it's really not something you want. So there's one pure cure for hyperpartisanism, and that is an active citizenry that engages in dialogue over things like political issues, over things like actually reading the anti-terrorism bill. Everyone seems to have an opinion on it. Most people think that it's either the best thing since sliced bread to stop terrorists, or it's a horrible violation of the Charter of Rights, where the reality is somewhere in between the middle, and quite frankly, there's portions of it that need to be changed, and there's portions of it that needs to stay the same. But until you actually read it, you really have no clue what the content is. You also have things like Senate reform. Everyone seems to think there is a need for Senate reform, but most people don't understand what the Senate is there for. So, what I've been seeing is between these hyper partisans and general lack of understanding of the public discourse, we're in trouble as a nation, plain and simply. Um, so, I'm restarting this series, and I hope that everyone will journey with me as we move towards better civic understanding. I have one initiative I want to share with everyone, and that initiative is the 2 Million for Canada initiative. It's a Facebook campaign. I want 2 million young Canadians to say, we will vote. I don't care who you vote for. I'm not a hyper-partisan. But saying, we will vote in the next federal election. We will take charge of our nation. Because the reality is, if we don't, you're going to be governed by the lesser. Winston Churchill said the one pitfall of not being involved in the democratic process is that you spend your life being governed by those who are lesser than you. And that's definitely true in this case. So I thank everyone for their time. Check out 2 Million for Canada. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.